Welcome, I'm your host, Logan23. You're joining me for Westworld, a game that's already in a little bit of hot water as being called the Fallout Shelter clone. And I'm sure you're looking at the screen right now going, yeah, looks pretty much like Fallout Shelter, and yeah, I can say it. As someone who has tons of Fallout Shelter and Fallout videos on my channel, yeah, when I look at this, I say, wow, it really is. I mean, do you have a vault door somewhere? And here's where I have to actually disagree, and let's go ahead and dive in. Firstly, a lot of the rooms in the underground scenario here are not movable. For instance, the command center is not movable at all. They have a completely different quest system in which tasks are like any other game. They're just, boom, click it, and they're automated. You don't really send people out to do, out in the wasteland. There's daily objectives where you can complete things and get a bunch of rewards that is completely it's derivative in and of itself, and it's different from Fallout Shelter. Then there's like quest lines and things like that, and has every single character that is in the West world. Literally, there's Dr. Ford sitting in his office. There's the doctor that goes and diagnoses them. There's the two guys that either put things back together or fix them. There's, Bernard. There's the guy in the chem lab that builds the host. And by the way, you don't have a male and female in a living room that make a baby after a couple hours. Well, long story short, you actually make them, just like Westworld. And you can skip it, and they dip it in the goo and everything, and it's a bit different. And these are characters based off of Westworld, so that already sets them apart. Then you've got Delos, where, let's see which we got to build now. Critical Analytics. Yeah, go ahead and add it there. Then, yes, you can leave your vault and you go outside. Now, I'm sure you're going to say, well, you could go outside and follow children. Yes, but you can also move buildings around, upgrade the buildings, go inside the buildings. Hey, look, here's a guy right here. So, let's go ahead and use Emmett, start the interaction, and all of a sudden, cinematic goes, and, hi, I'm ready to get some money. Get some money out of your vault, man! And you can pretty much do this with a lot of characters. Again, it's just like Westworld, the TV show. It's exponentially a little bit different than Fallout Shelter, Again, the storyline continues going, something that Fallout Shelter really doesn't have. They don't have specific characters. Yeah, they've got legendary heroes from the game and stuff, but, Now we're upgrading the sheriff's building, and every time you upgrade one of these buildings, a lot of things change. For instance, how much reward you get, how much money you get, can you get rare items, can you do a lot of these things. And you have to watch your host, too. They do glitch just like in the TV show Westworld, and I'll get to that in a second. As you can see here, Teddy is blinking a little gray, or, tan. It's a glitch risk. Once he gets 100%, he goes cuckoo for Cuckoo Puffs and goes crazy. They also have roles. There's a lot of these, which is already an exponentially more sophisticated system than Fallout Shelter has had. In a way, yeah, it's a Fallout Shelter clone, but it's sophisticatedly improved upon and made it more sophisticated. If you get a 5-star, you get these. You get the lawman things, you get the buddy. But right now, since we only have a 3-star, you only get these. Which kind of sucks, because to get a 5-star is pretty expensive. Reveries are, things that you can add on to them, kind of like items in Fallout Shelter, but right now, they come pre-equipped. This outfit is something you really can't change right now. You can with a prop room, which we'll get to that here in a minute. Attribute system is completely just advanced far beyond anything else that Fallout Shelter currently has, and you can even see your future max potential and based on what you're playing, depending on how you're leveling in the whole 9 yards. One Teddy will not be like another Teddy unless they have followed the exact same path that I have done with my Teddy. And then also, speaking of which, you can go on here and quick collect, which is super awesome. And then you can also go back in here and do this. Now, about the closest thing to Fallout Shelter-esque is besides the floor, where in the television show, remember, they are underground. So that's not really something that's changed. That's really based off of the television show. They're based in that underground mountain. Now you level up as a whole, your base levels up per se, but the whole outside, each structure has a organic level. Each and every one of these has an organic level. This even tells you how soon before a train comes, and if you want to speed it up to get your customers faster or slower. Then you go down here, and like I said, it's organic. It's down in there. It's from the television show in and of itself. There you are, Bernard sent me to school you on the critical analysis. So what? Do you need behavior for dummies? Like I said, this is all based off of the story. This is based off of characters that are in there. No, I don't want to start analysis. See, earn more host codes in these advanced analysis interviews. So, for instance, when Dolores was interviewed by Bernard, Ford with Bernard and Dolores, things like that. Proceed with cautions. Hosts may have secrets you aren't prepared to hear. That is super awesome. But we do need to fix Teddy. Teddy's going a little cuckoo. He's almost to 50%. So again, you have to manually control and fix your host. You don't want him to go crazy. And then each thing you put in there gives you a complete lore in and of itself of what it means and things like that. Then the system is based off of diamonds, which, I hate pay to win, but this is the case. Fallout Shelter is completely and utterly free. You can go here and you can buy certain things. Right now, the thing to work on is this, where you have leaderboards where quite a few people are already up there, and rewards are, well, I already got 1,000 gold. You can get more trophies. You get a prototype EXP, which increases. Bernard level 5 fragments, which we desperately need. Diamonds, more Bernard, diamonds. Then a prototype level 3 host code, which is huge. And then the final Bernard one. And you have 3 days and 15 hours. So it's going to be tough, and you're going to have to do a lot of frequent playing. Like I said, there's a lot of other packages you can buy, and like the Indians Bernard in and of itself, it's about $10 for the Bernard. It comes with not just a 5-star Bernard, but also 3 to 5-star, and 3,000 coins. 3,000 coins isn't much, but it's at least something for those who are starting out, and a 5-star Bernard is huge, let's be honest. And you go back in here, and look, Emmett's almost leveling. Leveling also boosts their version, and version's also important, and these are things that, again, Fallout Shelter does not have. They have basic leveling, and that's it. Depending on your version of your hero, it can be critical to you, or it can be advantageous to you. It depends on what level they have, just like her. With each level increases your success, and the levels infinitely go from what it seems, because you need to go 5-star, and with each level is like a 0.01, so you're going to be leveling for quite some time. It's kind of a grind, to be honest. Then you keep going in here, and you want to beat these guys, and you keep trying to pick the best possible person. As you can see, version 1.06 Carmen is almost a whole 0.5 better than Carmen at the version 1.04 to beat him in cars. And it's also a flip of the coin, too. But the more better stats you have, the more money you'll get, the more host code you'll get, or chances of it, things like that. Now we can upgrade this once again. So this is a saloon. Possible. And again, every single building has an organic upgrade. Compatible desires at level 3 will give you officially a bruiser. Fights will happen. Something completely random. Upgrade time, and then also upgrade bonus rewards. And possible ones are the prototype host codes, the basic host codes where we can make more hosts, gems, EXP, gold. You get the point. So now we upgrade, and with that upgrade, we'll also bring change of venue. It'll completely reinvent the whole outside of the saloon. Then, like I said, the only thing that Fallout Shelter in this game have really in common is a quest system right here. Pretty much where you select a certain amount of people to go out on a mission. But you're limited to 3 per day. Fallout Shelter allows you to go out with 25 people at a time, regardless if one's on a mission or 5's on a mission, to be honest. So, hey, that's about the only thing they have. Again, Teddy right now is being, decommissioned. And another thing that sets this app completely apart is the fact you can have more than one vault, and each vault is completely different. So, for instance, we're going to Abernathy Ranch, which is something that is in the in the TV show. So here we are. We can build a barn now on Abernathy Ranch, and guess what? We can build this barn anywhere we really want. So you put it there, and in 3 minutes it'll be done. You can use diamonds to spin it. And again, these people are underground. Keep that in mind. In the TV show, they're underground too. And see, this will upgrade a riverbank. And the more you upgrade, well, as you can see here, Escalante, Los Modos, Ferros, you get the point. Again, there's a lot to take in. So we can go back to Sweetwater, as you can tell, but let's first get some people some love. Looks like Lawrence might be a good fit for her. And as for this guy, I mean, he'll be under, but at least we'll give him a chance. And hey, he needs EXP anyway. Let's see, every interaction's a little bit different. This guy sweeped her off her feet, brought in roses. He brings in a pistol and then sweeps in for the moi. It's a little bit different, and it's fun. It really is. And then you've got people out here like Kaylee Howard, who are a person. They're waiting. They're waiting to get in the house to find love, or, well, whatever they really seek. Going back to Sweetwater Ranch. Well, long story short, where I do this, we're treading down a very critical part, don't you think? We've got PUBG suing Fortnite because, well, it's our genre, but it's not really. I mean, Battle Royales have been around for quite a while, and, well, when you look at Fortnite versus PUBG, it's completely different. And the worst part is PUBG is using assets from Fortnite. A lot of assets, really. I mean, they're using their damn engine. And the thing is, there comes a part where, well, for instance, Epic Games, the creators of Fortnite, were sued once before by a company which ended up losing. Fortnite ended up countersuing and ended up shutting down that IP completely. So we have a precedent here that's going to happen once again, and this continues to happen to the game industry. I can understand the two apps that PUBG is suing. They definitely are copy and paste, literally weapon for weapon, graphic for graphic, everything that the two apps have. But when it comes to Fortnite, it's completely and utterly different for about 98% of the point. And so the fact of the matter is what happens if, for instance, tomorrow Battlefield sued Call of Duty? And now they have to shut down that game, they have to shut down the servers if they lose. Or if they're countersued, the other person has to possibly shut down their game or shut down their servers because they were countersued. It's actually a critical thing that's going to happen to gamers. What would happen if you spent your $59.99 on a game and suddenly it was shut down because a court found out that, or decided that, hey, you actually did use assets from this game? What's going to happen to our games? That's going to hugely affect us as gamers. A lot of people that say it doesn't affect you as a gamer, it doesn't affect you as a person, wrong. Imagine right now if, for instance, with the PewDiePie scenario where he used a 5-second clip of a girl from a YouTube video and called her a thought, imagine if that went to court. Which he could take her to court and win significantly because of fair use of among other things, including damaging his brand and damaging his image. He actually was all rights, intents, and purposes, and a lot of people endorsed him to go do it. They wanted to see him ream her because she was just being literally a thought. The problem is PewDiePie dropped the issue. He said, I'm moving on. I don't have time for this, even though I would win, and I know I would win. The thing is where does the line stop and where does it begin? Imagine right now if Boogie came to me one day and said, you mentioned me in a video, by the way, I'm taking you to court. Just because I mentioned Boogie. Because he may or may not feel that I may be damaging his brand. In the meantime, I'd have to fight Boogie, and I would look really like shit in court of public opinion because it's Boogie who has millions of people who would back him versus me. I'm a small YouTuber with no one really. Just because I mentioned the guy's name or mentioned something about him. I don't know, but it just gets really tricky, doesn't it? It really does. I have to say that I am going to have to stand with Westworld here, especially as a fan of their TV show, and especially as a fan of this game so far, and say Fallout Shelter is a bit different, and this game is completely different as well. They only share a few semblances, really. And there's this, the unknown user, who's kind of a mystery and part of the story in and of itself. Yeah, they share an underground visage, which kind of looks familiar to Fallout Shelter, but one, it has kind of like a goblet kind of vault. It's not really a vault. It's something that's based literally off of the Westworld TV show. Are you going to tell them to remove their vault from the TV show next? I don't think that's going to really work too well. Uh-oh. What happened? We gained nothing. Okay, so I guess that's what happens. Host died! He killed him because he was unhappy! Oh, no. So from now on, I guess we should just skip that. Installing this increases courage and related abilities. Nice. So yeah, you definitely want to be number one in going against someone. Wow. So he's down here and he's having to be repaired. I think their main favorite with the guests, because the Abernathy's have such an intriguing backstories. Kind of reminds me of myself. Didn't that guy die in the show? So yeah, now we need to go and we need to make blood, which we lost 5, didn't we? Yeah. So we got to buy some synth blood. They have to make it. Okay. So who's in here? Well, I don't really want to send this guy back to being slaughtered. I feel sorry for the guy. Which, hold on. Where is he? Teddy's being repaired. Is he down here having to be repaired? Or no, these guys. Yeah. These guys are the guys who repair. Look at this. He's like, I'll save you. I have to repair you before Ford gets on me again. Or Bernard. And this guy's just over here going, I really wish we had 40 diamonds to fix another guy. And maybe in the future I will. Depends on how often you get diamonds. Which so far it seems pretty laid out. But with that being said, like I said, it's very detrimental to gamers right now of the situation we're going. Collecting whatever codes or doubloons and doodads are required. The higher you climb in the ranks, the more useful. So yeah, like I said, I just feel like we're going down a very traversal just slope where eventually it's gonna be very harmful to gamers. Again, what would happen right now if it went to court? What would happen if PUBG either won or, worst case scenario, and I say this because either way is a worst case scenario, what happens if PUBG loses? What happens if Fortnite says, you know what? You're using our assets, you're using our shit, and you thought you could come after us? What happens? Just just hypothetical. What happens if Fortnite decides to shut PUBG down? And they look at them just like they looked at the other IP and they say, any and all unsold copies of our game, you shut down. Your whole entire organization, you shut down. And they win. They can counter-sue. Once they win or lose, they can counter-sue. It's a very, very sticky situation where we're going down. And I don't like it. Me as a gamer, I do not like it whatsoever. I really don't. So, I wish people would just agree to disagree, maybe sit down in a civilized manner and say, you know what, I feel that you're using this as something that looks like Fallout Shelter. You know, is there any way you could change that? And I'm sure they would be more than willing to change this instead of taking it to court over something so goddamn stupid as just the inside of this looking like Fallout Shelter and the outside looking nothing like Fallout Shelter. The quest system, just the whole 98% of this game is nothing like Fallout Shelter. And that's my personal opinion. With that being said, please have a civilized discussion down in the comments section below. Also, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Head down the description below. Also, there are links to social media or Discord and if you'd like to support me and my content. And like I said, in the comment section below, have a civilized discussion. Don't go all ape shit on one another. Because I know that right now I already saw on the video for Warner Brothers. Wait, they have hearts? Oh shit! We don't have enough. I thought the Abernathy Owls was for love. We're screwed. Because we don't. I mean, we have this guy, which is a sidekick. Trait salesman. Okay, we'll do this one real quick before we head out. Okay, we've never made her, so I guess we'll see. Then sidekick. Angus. Cornerstone groom poverty. Okay. I guess we'll make some of these, because we desperately need it. Ah, there's a girl for love. Okay. Ooh, Boone Hampton. He's a fighter. There's another fighter. And she handcuffs people. And then we're stuck. Code Fragment Collection. Yeah, we're kind of stuck right now. There's nothing we can do, really. Like I said, games like this, I could keep playing for hours and hours on end because I enjoy them. I love them. And again, this game also has the storyline of Westworld. You're going to have a hard time, folks. Really hard time selling this to... Ew, 6? 6. Shit, how do we level her? Well, besides the obvious. I mean, I guess we could just do it. Ah, I wish Teddy was available. Teddy's down there getting fixed. Ah, there we go. Quickly, Teddy. Save our business. There we go. It just sucks the female. You know what? Screw it. If she dies, she dies. With that being said, oh, let's send Emmett in. Yeah, there's him. And we're going to have to decriticalize the other one. Actually, where'd the other female go? Where's she? Ah, there she is. Yeah, I don't want to send him in. I want to send him in. And then I guess we'll debug Emmett over here. And he's been fixed. Yeah. We could send in someone to get us their story. But we can only do 3 a day. And I really want to do Teddy before I go to bed tonight. I want to... Not in that way, I know what you're saying. I want to see what Teddy has to say for his story. Again, see, they've got really awesome storylines and everything that, you know, are towards the game as a whole. It's commentary, it's things like that. Again, we've almost completed all the self-tests, too. And now we've got this. Happy hosts. It's been 6 days without a workplace incident. Your commitment to safety keeps Delos running on track. Like I said, I feel that, you know, this game definitely has some abilities. I really do. I feel like we're going to be just fine, folks. I just hope that, you know, people don't go super serious. Bethesda and Warner Brothers need to just, you know, hash this out. Civilized. And like I said, the only thing I feel like they really have is the inside of the vault that looks like it. It isn't actually like it, but it looks like it. He was okay. 35%. Please don't kill her. Please. God damn it, what did she do to you, man? You have pissed me off. Go back to playing cards. Yeah, Teddy, make love to her too. Because apparently you're the only one. I'm serious, Ryan. I'm serious. That's gonna screw me over. That's really gonna screw me over. Is them doing that? Alright, let's send Carmen in there. That's really gonna screw me over. Okay, we gotta go. We gotta go. I'm done with this. With that being said, I hope y'all did enjoy the video. And I will catch you all later, because this is kind of addicting. Like I said, I love games like this. Peace out.